Man, oh man, here we go again, and we are back with some main channel action featuring special guest Sir Mordecus. Oh, Theodore, special guest Theodore. And then the tag along Sir Mordecus.
I appreciate you calling me special though.
Yeah, and sir, that was pretty generous of me, don't you think, Theodore? Today, guys, since I got an extra set of hands here, I was thinking of what's a crappy job I could do, or maybe I can push some work off on him, and then I don't have to do so much crappiness myself. And what I came up with was recently we had the 73 long bed, big block Chevrolet on the channel. We did a wheel it run, and at the end, well, we found that the flex plate was distributing water everywhere. Hey, Ma, my transmission's paying. And the best we could come up with was our freeze plugs probably rotted out of the back or pushed out. Maybe the block's cracked. Who knows? We couldn't ever really get good eyes on it. We're hoping for a freeze plug. And that truck also had a bunch of multiple other issues that could probably be addressed. She currently has 0 brakes. She currently has 0 gas tank, because as you can see, I took it off the bumper. She currently has guaranteed carburetor issues, now that I think about it. He don't know how to drive that. That's too much truck for him. Yeah, this is gonna go great with the jump pack. Wish mine had a sweet seat. Come on, baby. That's already cranked more than I thought it was going to. Come on.
That is the greasiest steering wheel I think I have ever seen.
Touch it.
Ma, pudding stuck to the steering wheel again.
You got the old sticky face. Oh yeah, that's the ignition. Can't get fuel.
I think we should have, that's why I took the air cleaner lid off, so we could drizzle some gas in the carburetor.
Good thing that gas tank's quick release.
Now give her a whirl. You sure that was gas? It smelled like gas.
So a lot of times y'all ask, why are you pushing that one around or dragging it around? Didn't you get it running? Just because you got it running once, don't mean it's gonna run again. Uh-oh, he zoomed up now. Yeah. Did you get your license from a Cracker Jack box or what?
You gonna have a license to operate that thing?
Butt up, huh? Let's go up when he's still up there. Going up.
Why would you go through all that effort?
I don't even know what you're riveting though. Are you just hoping there's a backing plate on the backside? Oh guys, looks like we blew our muffler open even more. It's a good thing the previous folks had started riveting it, because that's gonna save the rust.
Holy hose clamps, Batman.
Don't look too close. These big heavy vehicles make me nervous, so we're gonna get a safety stand in the front and back.
Look at this, new world record. 24 worm drive hose clamps. That's 23 and a half more than most of your vehicles do around here.
Well, to get to the freeze plug, we have decided to go through by getting the transmission out, go through the back side. A little back attack on it. Looks like that transmission could possibly use a slight reseal while it's out.
Should we fix this freeze plug that's ready to pop out by the starter?
Oh, so just getting worse? Just because it's ready to come out don't mean it's came out.
It's fine.
If it ain't leaking, it ain't an issue.
Everything is fine.
As long as we can find the hardware underneath these bolts, she shouldn't be too bad. Trying to be optimistic here.
I think we can just knock that one back in.
Yeah, you're not even looking at the problem, sir. The problem's hidden right now.
I'm just trying to plan for the future.
Step 1, let's drop a massive drive shaft.
Thought you did that before the video.
Oh, I did.
Was it a 2-piece?
Yeah, 4-piece. Good thing she's in neutral. You want me to smack it like it owes me money?
My hand?
Yes. That'd make my morning.
Can I use your ER punch card?
Sure. They know me quite well. What size is that?
7/16. You got one of them fancy sockets and impacts? Hold the phone. We might not even have to take that off because this is a bolt-on yoke.
Go!
This is a TH4.
Hold on. We're learning. She's a Turbo 400, so are all of them like that?
No, I think they call them 475s. The TH475s have a bolt-on rear yoke as opposed to a slip yoke. You can use a slip yoke in this application, but I think we can just unbolt it there. We don't have to drop the whole drive shaft.
We can just put a little deflection in that baby and shove her back maybe. Well, probably not with that little shield right there, so.
Yeah, we might have to drop it down there.
We'll save 4 bolts that you already have 2 out of. Perfect.
Where's your fancy automatic bolt removal device?
I brought the shortest one I could find. From downtown.
Dave got dunked on.
Perfect. Oh, now she's stuck.
What size are these sockets? You know what size that hex is? We can just put a wrench on it, assist it. Have you ever done that on one of those Milwaukee sockets?
I have not ever used the wrench assist feature. Well, this is good news, guys, because on that grease on that edge at first, I thought the one side looked welded. So glad that was just some grease buildup.
You'd think with 2 people it'd go twice as fast, but with us, the tomfoolery is so thick, it's probably gonna take twice as long.
Ouch. Hey, talk crap, I hit him with the to the ribs. Take that. Take it back. I didn't mean to, I just ain't used to handling something this long. Look at me trying to be professional and not lose hardware this time. We're gonna use the Grippity anti-slippity hardware holder. We've only lost 1 cap so far, or strap.
So we lost a cap already?
Ooh, see, Mortski's already trying to lose parts. Dang, look at the rust prevention that Grace has done over the years, guys. Get that sucker nice.
Where's the Grippity at?
I'm just gonna be chasing hardware all day, apparently.
Oh, don't lose that cap.
I just wanna thank you for the impact you've made on my life. Too early for dad jokes?
I was gonna say, are you gonna put that in a love letter to Mrs. Puddin?
Yeah, your impact ain't near as good as her impact. We decided if Morski can't take a poke in the armpit from an impact, he sure don't want one from a 2-piece drive shaft from behind. So we're gonna go ahead and just get this out the way.
Prison flashbacks.
Why are you walking funny after you came home from Oklahoma, Morski? Cat. Does that thing got some girth to it or what?
It's nice sized.
I don't think I've ever manhandled a 2-piece from one of these trucks.
You ordered a new transmission mount, right?
I haven't ordered anything.
Oh, the good news is the transmission mount's not leaking coolant. Oh, it's got the old spacer on it. 5/16 bolt with a 1/2-inch nut spacer.
I'm here for a good time, not a playing time. I didn't even know I was gonna work on this till about last night.
All right, I'm gonna pull the speedo cable, and this is, I think, the reverse light and the shift linkage. What are you gonna do, pull that transmission cross member? Good, because those are terrible. I mean, that's the most fun part.
What in the micro minis you got in your pocket there?
That is an average size pliers, Jacob.
Oh, is that what you call average? It's a good set of pliers. Leave them alone.
It gets the job done, okay?
It's got good grip.
I like the way it feels in my hand.
All right.
And we're canceled.
And that's enough. We were talking about pliers, guys. See, guys, some pliers are smaller than the others. All right. And then right here, variety pack. Some are long, some are short. Got to keep a variety.
So you're saying every pliers has a purpose?
Oh, every plier can get a job done if you're motivated enough.
Oh boy.
Don't say, oh boy, that don't sound good. Let me just drown out that noise. Let me round off this bolt by the sound.
Let me oh boy this bolt.
Luckily our hardware is nice and caked, so this is gonna continue to go good. Yo! Hey.
Hi.
Luckily for us, there ain't one that goes to the top, and those are already out. Oops. That means someone's been into her before, perhaps. What you got going on?
This was what I was oboeing about.
I'm sure you'd barely notice going through the gears.
At least it's not leaking transmission fluid from the shift shaft seal.
Oh yeah, that's not where that fluid's coming from. That's behind it.
You got that mount done yet?
Yep.
Okay, good. I'll work on some transmission cooler lines then.
Move your noggin. Gotta do this, just get the grease knocked off the dang thing. After a nice archaeological dig, you can get that out. How are those looking? Superior.
Not rounded off yet.
Superior shape.
I don't know why they put these transmission cooler lines where they did. They could have made them slightly more accessible. GM's junk.
You're definitely a GM hater.
I hate them all. All the GMs.
What are you now, Ford man?
AMC.
You ever had a GM transmission with a cracked case right there by those fittings?
Yes, because guys put the wrong fittings in there and over tighten them.
And then it cracks it. Me too. I was so happy when I found that, guys. I was a young gentleman in the Air Force laying in a parking lot as it was raining worse than it has been here lately, doing a transmission on my back with literally a handful of tools out of a toolbox out of the back of the truck. And you're thinking like a toolbox, and I mean like one you carry like in a handyman cartoon. See if I
How
keep...
did you fix it then?
Hmm?
Did you replace the transmission or did you throw some JB Weld at it?
No, I found a little hillbilly shop that swapped all the internals to another case for me and only charged me like a couple $100 back then, which was pretty good. That was the annoying part about the improper install, was it was a nice like rebuilt TCI transmission that's probably like 5 years old, but only had, you know, maybe 1,500 miles on it. And after I bought the truck and was actually driving it, it did not take very much road vibration and stuff before it.
Was it a Love with a 4.3 or was that 69 Chevy?
69 short wide. You good over there?
Bell housing bolts? Oh, torque converter.
And one more of these.
Those things are so miserable.
Time to get some specialty tools out. I only have about 4 to offer.
And one of them's a crescent wrench?
A massive one, a pry bar, a universal hood prop, and a starter thingy. Or flex plate majigger, that's what I meant.
Where'd you get this at?
That?
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you send it?
Yep.
I like how you automatically went to a flathead because you assumed I'd lost it at first. You didn't even ask for it.
I have 2 spare steering wheel pullers at home because I keep buying them every time I come down here because I don't think you have one. And they're like, oh yeah, it's got one back in that cabinet back.
Yeah, you just got to ask. Quit assuming. You know what that does.
Also, you've got a squeegee on the way from Amazon.
For my shop floor flooding?
Yes. I was going to find a better way to word that, but...
Oh, these heavy rains, guys.
Cheese and rice.
Shop over there's flooded a couple times again. Not as bad. Oh. All of it, huh?
Ready?
Yeah. Let's slip and hurt each other.
Let's get us both in one shot. What did I cut my finger on the last when we were working on that international?
I deny all allegations, sir. I don't know.
That one.
I don't know what story you made up in your head that didn't happen.
That one kind of hurt.
Like getting your armpit poked?
No, it was worse than that.
These high compression unit. All that damn old torque from towing them campers. Yeah. I'm gonna let you rotate a little. There you go. Work harder, not smarter, guys. Instead of him slipping and punching me in the face, I put her against the exhaust where I could get a little bit out of the way. I almost knocked myself out once doing that trick that you're doing, working on a jet engine.
Oh, you're pulling it with one hand and pushing it with the other?
With 2 big 1 1/8 wrenches when it slipped. And when it did, it rotated. And I just right hooked myself across the temple. And I gave myself butterflies. I was like, whoo.
Boy, am I tough.
Yeah. Boy, am I stupid. Hey, Warner knocked himself out working on the jet engines again.
As you're turning it over, the fuel pump is pumping the wrong direction. I was like, is the roof leaking again?
Oh, I was like, dang, that one's already missing.
Too far.
Overachiever. So there's your tech tip of the day. If you're gonna lock the wrenches together, try to push away, not pull towards you.
Push towards somebody else's face, not your own.
Exactly. Get the coworker over there you don't like. Hey, come hold this. Crack.
When I was a kid, a guy told me, he says, when you throw a wrench at somebody, throw it at their face. They're guaranteed to catch it. He says, if they don't, you get a good story. I think we got them all.
Torque converter loose. I think everything else is. We'll have to pick. We could probably do that now, where we kind of pick up on this and get our cross member out. And then that'll allow us to drop this down some, which should give us a little better access.
Let's get all the bell housing bolts out first and then leave the bottom ones and then do that. Because otherwise we got to have it hanging by the jack. Right?
Whatever. Tomato, tomato. Either way, we're going to tear some stuff up. That's the spirit. Get the long reach daddy with the little swivel on the end, and you can get a lot of them from way back there. What's your suggestion? Leave the bottom two up in there.
I think you might have to go over the top of this. How much of an angle do those things run at?
All of it.
Full angle. Good thing we didn't get it running, or that exhaust would be real hot.
Especially after the burnout I planned on doing. She's wiggling too good. Too much wiggle.
It really sounds like it's rounding off, but it's not.
Sound like a machine gun. Yeah! Damn it, Bart! I said I need backup! Damn it, get over here! You shot me! The enemy was that away. Friendly fire.
Casualties of war.
Good work there, Sergeant Mort.
Is that the bottom of the barrel in the military?
Sure.
It's a serious question, okay?
Well, I was in the Air Force, so we don't really play with guns. Or have. A little tight fit on these top ones. Is there gonna be one at the very, very top?
No, shouldn't be. If it doesn't come out, there is.
Those are so caked up with grease, guys, we're probably gonna have to find a way to scrape on that. Or shove that against it and squeeze and hope for the best. Maybe it'll...
Here, take that off there for a second. You got a whacking device? Did you have a bigger hammer we could use?
That's the small one. That one covers roofing jobs, body work,
Park brake.
transmission removals. That sounded intense, but we got it.
This thing does sound really aggressive.
It is a war. When was the last time you played Army? Since you were 3?
Since 9. Didn't you just dedicate a video to Freiberger and he's deaf from these things?
Is that what he says?
I don't know.
I couldn't hear him.
We just got 2 left, right?
As far as I know. There's the last one. Hey, show me that armpit. I don't have depth perception. I'm all playing around. That thing's got some good momentum.
I wanted you to catch that lip on the concrete and take a digger kind of bad.
I figured that's what you were over here praying for. Let that catch of that left, Lord, and just let him roll forward and eat it. Amen. Knock some sense into this idiot. I love using this because it reminds me of having the good classic hoedowns, just like in 3rd grade.
You want to go get your cowboy hat and do a line dance?
We'll save that for later. Have you dropped the transmission off yours yet?
No. Have you?
We're not going to talk about it. The good news is replacing the tail housing on a 4L60 is really easy. Ouch.
Oh, that's what you're supposed to do with those chains?
Yeah. I didn't believe in it till I power slammed that one off of them. Got her jack up on there. She just popped right off the dowels. There's that body working hammer. There it is. Want me to whoop it?
Want me to hit it?
I knocked crap out of it.
I'll hit it.
We're down here. We do gotta watch for our exhaust, which runs right underneath there. And we probably need to pop our dipstick up out there.
Did you ever see this bumper sticker on here? My president is Charleston Heston. Who is Charleston Heston?
Oh, hey, we got fluid coming. Oh, perfect. She's hitting right in the perfect spot to just make an absolute mess. It was splashing everywhere. And now it's pooping parts. We're bleeding out. Sergeant Mort Get the medic. Get the medic. It is not going pretty. We said we'd get it out. We didn't say how clean we'd do the job. And probably get it dropped down some more. All right. What manhandle those lines. That's one of them jobs where sometimes it's nice to have that extra set of hands. Not be trying to do 3 things at once.
Oh, look at this giant crack in the back of the block.
Yeah, all right.
Just kidding.
Yeah, all right. Can we see the freeze plug yet, though?
Oh, there's one there and one over there.
I would say it's the one with the rust trail underneath it. What do you think?
I think we should replace them both since we've come this far.
Well, what's that?
That's your cam plug.
Oh.
Look at that. It says high performance because it's high performance.
So that's what I was getting the borescope on last time, guys, was the cam plug, because I could only find that. I never could find either one of the freeze plugs. Here at Puddins.fab Shop, we only work in safe environments.
Hopefully those people did not just see the machine gun incident.
It's like, insert every clip I've ever hurt myself in this shop. It's just the next 20-minute montage.
Blowing hands off. Let's get this flex plate off here. Hold on, I want to do it. Yeah!
Feels better when you make karate noises.
I said yeah! Ah, there we go.
I was waiting for it to slip and you smacked your knuckles.
Passenger
on
high
something.
performance. See, if we just run a self-tap and screw right in there, we'll be fine.
She roasted out at the top. Found her late. Oh, in fact, she still got some in there. She clogged up with a little grease, though. You got bar soap? We'll just smear it on it and get her to stop. We'll be ready to go back together. You say do her both, but that one looks cherry. What do you do? Run a self-tap right in the middle and then pry against it? Don't knock it in. Don't knock it in.
One would think that it would rust out on the bottom side, don't you think? You get it spinning sideways, and then you hook the locking pliers on that lip and pry it right out. Clearly it's going quite well. Wish I had a bigger hammer.
She's about to go.
The problem is, I think it's tight against something, and now it doesn't want to come out or go in.
You want me to weld it? Hey-o, that worked. I gave her a little pip pop. She popped this way here. She moved another hair. Consistency is key. Don't you bring me a smaller hammer. Don't get logical. Maybe if we get the needle nose ones worked in there. Not quite. Hey-o. That's the fountain of youth. Don't worry, we caught most of it.
Almost none of it.
Yeah, absolutely none. Is she coming out or not? Here she is. Yeah, it's kind of interesting that rusted out towards the top of that sucker. Of course, the
Backside look. Oh,
that's all pitted up.
She's pretty pitted.
Yep.
I'm sure that other one doesn't look anything like that.
No, I'm sure it's fine. All right, let's give her the finger test. Let's see what's behind door number 1.
I start every day with a bowl of rust flakes.
Yeah, me. Let's see what's behind door number 2. Oh. First, we gotta get the dang door open. Watch this one be perfectly fine. No chance. Where's the bucket? Our bucket catching skills improved on this one. Hey, for having a leaking plug, she had a pretty good amount in her still. I'm impressed. You wanna make sure to wash your starter. A wash starter is a happy starter. And a happy starter is a well-performing starter. You're the starter king. Are these things good when they're full of water?
Starters?
Yeah.
Oh, they love it. That's why they're at the lowest point of the engine.
Makes sense. Really all we're trying to accomplish here is the most inefficient engine flush ever. According to that bucket, we're doing a good job. It's a little more solid than the other one was.
Oh, definitely no rust in that one.
What's behind door number 2? I mean, I enjoy a good bowl of frost flakes, but damn. I'm gonna hook that stuff that was hanging up top first. That's where I like to start. I'll just come with a little scoopity of the poopity. Let that roll into the starter. All over the gear. Perfect. Real good. They said they're having overheating issues with it. I'm not quite sure why. Because metal is supposed to help transfer heat. And you mix it with coolant, or the lack thereof, in water. That should be your super mix for maximum cooling efficiency. I feel like we need to put a water hose in this thing.
The good news is rust doesn't freeze.
That is true, and we've now confirmed our freeze plug had rusted out and not pushed out from a freeze. And we've also confirmed this is what's inside of our motor, engine, whatever you want to call it. All right, we're gonna drop this side. That one has clearly been leaking as well, nice and rusted around it. And if we get the starter down, we're gonna have much better access. So Mordecai says, oh, nice. A bunch of hooky puck coming out of that. But there's also some drain plugs. Holy wiring. We got this much. There's enough wiring, we don't even gotta worry about pulling that. We're just gonna let that support it and hope for the best. Oh, I guess we should do this other freeze plug that's been leaking as well, since we're here. Just do a freeze plug, y'all said. Check that one out. It even looks worse than that one that's pushing out. That one's already half out. How many more plugs are on these motors, Mortsky? Any idea? Oh, I think it's about time to just pull the motor and do a full rebuild. Hey, don't be pulling my spare parts. Those are for running them on the side of the road and in a pinch. Hey!
New parts.
Be showing off my collection.
Let's put plastic freeze plugs in.
Work better than these ones.
Oh, those are the thread-in style. Got it.
The thread-in remover. How many freeze plugs should you replace on your motor? All of them.
Somebody should really come up with thread-in freeze plugs so that they don't pop out when your engine freezes. That'd fix it.
Definitely don't try putting coolant in a motor. Yep. Pulled her right out.
The screw, that is. When are you gonna give up on this screw thing and just bash them all in?
Kind of like my prying technique. Made a hole on this side too.
Be sure to vent your freeze plugs.
We got this one looking like Swiss cheese. Weren't she already was?
Looks like we hit it with that 50 cal earlier.
That's too sharp. She won't roll. She just keeps poking through.
Sure, you had to start recording when I stopped making progress. Where's that 1/2" X frost plug driver? How's the block coolant drain plug removal going?
Easy. I ain't breathing deep because it's hard or nothing. Hey, I'm doing the lock the wrenches together. Come put your face here. Staying close.
GM chose to put this one right behind the dipstick on the passenger side, so that's handy.
Stroke, stroke. Think a backstroke. Stroke, forward stroke. Oh, we may be finger loose now. Got that bucket ready for the 2 drops left in this motor.
You act like there's not gonna be a bunch of sludge built up behind it and anything's gonna come out of it.
At least we got the plug out. I did this side, you get that other side.
Yeah, right.
I heard some of that sludge just fall and hit your knockoff hay dudes you got. Who are those, the howdy neighbors?
Yo bros!
We have elected to go for the dipstick removal, which come to find out is held by an exhaust manifold bolt, which also holds one of your boot shields. But now that that's out of the way, hopefully down there we can get a socket on to play.
So now when we pull that plug out, all that rusty coolant is gonna run right into the oil pan.
That's what we're after. We'll plug it with something. Probably help if I turn that camera around, huh? Oh, I guess I didn't need to shrink that down because that's a big hole. Don't say nothing, Mortsky. Just leave it alone. What's better on the oil? Flopping earplugs or rusty water? Here we go. She expands out. Hopefully she'll sell it decent enough.
Think it's gonna do it?
It will or it won't.
Should we get the drain pan? Nah, we wouldn't hit it anyway. Nor will anything come out of there.
Do a little mining in here. Get that crap dug out. Boy, you never know what you're getting when you're buying off Marketplace. Sometimes you really win. Sometimes you get a 454 plumb full of crap.
Still nothing.
Look,
Oh yeah, a little bit.
little dribble.
I'm not sure I can drill through the sludge on this side.
Dig deeper. Push harder. I'm giving it all she's got, Captain.
Where's the light at?
You can't see when I hold it 5 foot away. That's weird. Yeah, a couple dribbles. It's still better than a North Dakota motor. Woo! We're gonna be rich. Old Mortsky finally struck black gold there. 50% job on hitting the bucket too. That's quite the improvement from what we had earlier. Well, we ran to town. I just assumed that freeze plugs would be in stock, and they're not. So it's gonna be about 4 o'clock before we get some, but that's all right because we still gotta push this sucker out, try to rinse it out. And we did go ahead and get a couple brake parts and a carb kit coming as well. We should have that sooner, so there's plenty left. And we ain't got brakes, so we may wanna grab one. You know, push the front of that thing. This is pre-stretched before the order pack. Y'all see that sure grip them Skechers have to offer? She only turns a little bit. All right, that's good. Let's make sure that nail goes right in the tire. Oh, I think I'd already flushed on this one. I did.
Looks like you did a real good job.
Yeah, you got a firm grip on that hose. He's gonna flush from the top. Well, I'm ready when you are. Oh yeah, here she comes. Nice little splash attack. Abort! Abort! It's easy to see we're doing good. Y'all see how dark all that is? Rust just floating all in it. We may not have freeze plugs for another 3 hours, but it may need that to finish flushing. That's not just dark from the ground being wet, guys. That's a bunch of dirt and rust that's coming out of that motor. Probably see how dark it is on my glasses where it's splashing me. Oh, and our concrete's doing a good job of being like one of them panning things for getting gold. If we get her washed out, we may find some gold underneath this rig. We're going in, Theo. If I say pineapple, grab my ankle and pull me out. Here's a better example of what we've got coming out, guys. I wanted to hop in here. See, that's what we were talking about. That's the problem. You can run her all the water you want. You know, that don't mean it's gonna float all that crap up out of there. Like he said, water likes the least path of resistance. So it can flow right over the top of that crap. I hit you're good. It just come right out the other one.
I can see it.
But that's blowing a lot of it out of there. The camera ain't gonna pick it up, but I just seen so much crap come out that side.
Black running out.
Pitch black coming out of there. And then I can work it back over here and shove it out that side, so that's good. We're doing some damage here. And surprisingly, it actually splashes less than whenever he was feeding it from the top. We'll let that one settle a little bit. Let's go with this one. This one felt like it had even more than the other side. Oh, he's a good boy, Theo.
You all right under there?
When it splashes just right, it tickles.
Maybe you should take your shirt off while you do it.
Whoa! Go slow motion. Don't tip me with a good time.
Did you find a new motion?
Yeah. If you work it, little pulsates of water, it helps float a bunch of crap out. If I let it stay running, it's all clear, and every time I'm working it a little, it'll just shoot a big old wave of crap out. See guys, it ain't about the flow, it's about the motion in the ocean.
So there's what the wet concrete looks like. And there's what the concrete looks like when everything's settled out.
And right there's what I'm still pulling out of the back on this one side. And maybe that whole scoop. If you got you a nice soak shirt and need a nice quality replacement, you can just head over to puddins.fab.shop and see what we have in stock today. Nathan's over there packing orders right now. Let's help keep him employed. Woo! That feels like quality. Now I got a second wind, guys. I'm ready to do even more work. Hey, you want to cut the camera and take a break? Psych!
Theo, you gonna go for riding the Torola? You better hurry. Oh, that thing sounds so mean, like an angry blender. Here comes the 92-point Toyota owner turn. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm pulling a parking brake, that's what I'm doing. He says in theory it'll go right to the exact same spot. I feel like it's gotta go right. Oh, I'd rather pull a transmission than steer these greasy steering wheels. Oh, she's a good rig. There you can see all the debris that came out of that thing.
Torola action hero.
Oh, it's so bad. It sounds like a kazoo.
We gotta keep progressing. We are gonna open that, just not with this. Woo! Now brake work is one thing. I know they were attempting on this. Inside there, that don't look super old. We know she's got a new brake hose and a couple new calipers on her. Not everything's hooked up. A few crusties in there, so we'll clean that out. And then we're gonna try bench bleeding this up here to see if she's trying at all or what she's got going on. Safety first with a brake clean blast attack. You don't want this stuff in your eyeballs. That looks about as good as flushing the motor out did. Little rusty poop soup. I think she's gonna be good to us once we get her cleaned out. Never mind that rust that's permanently part of the bottom. It's fine, seen worse.
I'm gonna laugh. You do all that work and the thing won't make pressure anyway.
It's probably what's gonna happen. You mean spray that on them howdy doodies you were wearing?
Heavy duties?
One gently used master cylinder for sale.
I like how you got protection on the eyeballs, but we're gonna both be high as a kite after all the brake cleaner in here.
I thought you were gonna say for the ear balls after.
Oh no. We know safety is third around here.
How's she looking?
Good enough for the girls we go with.
I'll take it. Ooh, yeah. I think she's been replaced before. That thing barely had any torque on it. Did you see that?
I don't think that master cylinder's ever stopped this pickup.
And I don't plan on starting soon. It looks like if we had plugs, we could plug these and bench blade it through the bleeders, but we don't have plugs. So we'll rely on the forever reliable finger technique. Just do one first. You want a pump or finger?
That's a tough decision. I'm gonna pump. That hit the wrong hole.
It did. It come out the front one. All right, go ahead. Oh yes, she sucked her down. You're almost thinking about moving my thumb off there, but not quite. I think we've just got air trapped in there because I'm not letting it out.
Okay, so, it's down. Okay, you gotta fix
go ahead. Yep.
Up. Down.
Go ahead.
Down.
Now we're getting somewhere. The key here, go ahead. Key here, guys, is to make sure you just plumb spray it over everything. Go one more. Oh yeah, hold what you got. Now that we've got that one, doing pretty good. We'll run this down. Go ahead.
Down.
Woohoo! Getting there quick on this one. Go ahead.
Down.
Go ahead. We'll do one more. All right, hold what you got. You're good. Well, she acts like she wants to move some fluid, according to the mess underneath this engine bay. Whenever I'd purchased this, the gentleman told me it needed a new hard line for the passenger side. Best of my knowledge. It's why he said it's why they didn't put a new hose and stuff on it. If we look over here, you can see new rusty caliper, new rubber hose. Even looks like she got a new hard line to the best of somebody's ability. If we look over here, that line was shoved over in there, but we're looking at it and the nut part's kind of rounded a little. but it does not look like the threads are boogered up. But she does appear to be packed it. Yep, she's gone. Back to her hidey hole she goes.
Where's the hole?
From the burrow she emerges. That just had crap from it getting shoved along inside the frame. Probably people flushing it and, you know, stuff like that. It's definitely what you want to see in your brake system. I don't see any reason to replace this line from what I can tell though.
Other than that nut is rounded off thoroughly.
Small details. Threads are a little crunchy or rusty. So is the line itself. All you need to rebuild brakes is a good wire brush. Here at the back, this hose ain't the greatest shape. If we get her to the point of being a, you know, reliable driver, we'd probably want to replace that. We right now are nowhere close to having a reliable driver, so we're not gonna worry about that. Whew. Here you go. On this side, everything's so new that that's a plug right there. I'm sure that copper washer will seal to that rust real nice. Where's my wire brush? Looky there. Cleaned up, ready for a fresh seal. I thought we were gonna have parts by now. Are you the tank inspector?
I have determined that they bypassed the tank on the other side, so.
That's why they had 24 hose clamps?
Well, they only needed 12. Anyway,
overachievers.
I've learned from past experiences, the best way to inspect these tanks is to remove the hose instead of trying to fish your snake through all them bins.
Hey, did someone order parts? Damn, when you're hoping for parts and all you got was Chris.
What's up?
Don't be destroying my original clamp there.
The old hourglass.
Do they call that because it takes an hour to get it off there? I got cutters.
And they break like glass when you hit them with a grinder.
I got side cutters. Little snippety snippety.
We need something to do to make content anyway, right?
Get the saws off.
Got our hose removed. Where's your fishing device?
We need that old silly tip that Zach had.
We need Zach's test long.
I'm not Zach.
The professional dog petter shows up.
Puddin doesn't pet his dog enough, so that's my
Yeah, poor Theo gets no attention. Has to live in a cardboard box. Has to lay on concrete. He only gets fed twice a day.
He's got it rough. All this property and he ain't ran off yet. He must really hate it here.
What do you got? What's this thing? The Haciento?
Hey, Holmes. Oh, look at that. That's clean, baby. Like super clean.
I wish the cooling system was that clean.
Let's not be ungrateful for what we just found right here.
It looks as empty as every other fuel tank in this yard, however.
That's true. All right. Well, at least we know we can run off that now instead of the 1 gallon plug off the bumper. That's a plus.
Upgrade.
So I wonder if the other one's clean too, and they just bypassed it because maybe the valve went bad or something. So just hook up one and run it. We ought to pop the hourglass off there.
You don't need 2 fuel tanks with a big block Chevy. You know, we're killing some time waiting on parts, and it's raining, so we might as well check out the tank on the left-hand side and see what's going on up in there. I got our hose already removed. We're waiting for somebody to get done talking to his agent. We're gonna see how it looks. Ooh, if it looks anything like the neck does. Oh yeah, that's...
Well, I mean, she looks nasty. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it's...
Up the side is not good. Now we know why she was on the passenger.
Also, that is an add-on fuel tank. You can tell by the lockable fuel door. That's what it should look like. And then in 81, I believe, they went to a fuel door covered that hinges instead of just a fuel cap that's exposed. Your worthless information for the day.
All I know is one good one's better than no good ones. And I also know that I can't stand rain.
On the plus side, it's gonna clear up the driveway.
Is it?
Naturally, maybe. It's gonna take a few more inches, but...
Look how you can see the whole thing go towards the 59.
Oh yeah, that was a lot of debris.
That was a good amount. We'll go ahead and blow out our fuel line. I don't feel like it's blowing. Feels like it may be clogged. So that's our big line right here. And we've got that rubber hose to that chunk, to that rubber hose, to that bend, to that rubber hose. So we'll do a little troubleshooting here. I'm gonna disconnect right here on this one, and then we can try to blow from the front back or the back front and see if she flows. If she don't, then we can blow from this way towards the tank and see if she flows. Figure out where we're clogged up at. Y'all watch right here. Well, that was flowing. What about right here? That's flowing too. Maybe she wasn't clogged after all. So Mordecai's gonna throw our brake line on. He's gonna throw it on real fast. And then I'm reworking some of this. We gotta be careful of this one. I don't wanna replace this because to do that, we're gonna have to drop the tank. We're hoping to not do that. But I'm gonna take some of that baloney out of there, and I figure this is a good place to throw a filter in line. So I'm gonna whoop, whoop, that. Woo! That rain's coming down now, guys. I got mine done. You done yet?
Fixing to.
Good job, team. With our fuel filter in line back there, up here, got us our little pickup line hooked up. And then our return, I went ahead and hooked it up as well. Back here, our return is hooked up, and they don't have quite as many hoses. It should work for us. With our brake hose on, I guess we're to a point where we could try bleeding the brakes, just like all of our other brake parts. Figured since she has new calipers, we'd want to install new wheel cylinders. I guess they're rebuilt now. So if you got to bleed brakes, I don't think it's recommended to drop your socket in the master cylinder. Go ahead. Good news is we're getting air and fluid real quick. Looky there. Oh, look at that debris that come up out of there. Hi. If you open that up a little further, it really comes out of there. Sure, that's good for your eyeball. Safety first with a brake clean blast attack. You don't want this stuff in your eyeballs. With my eyeball cleaned out and some safety glasses on, let's try to knock out the rears. The fronts are good to go. Seeing a little fluid. Go ahead. We're not moving fluid back here for some reason. We're gonna knock the cobwebs off this line right here, guys. We'll try cracking here, see if we're getting anything. Pump it up. We'll get some fluid right there. Not much. And we just got some air, I heard it. Inlet off. Front brakes bled out great. Rear brakes, not so much. We're getting fluid right there, just not a crazy amount. Ain't coming out too hard. Same over here, I can get it dribbling out. It's just not coming out of there as much as I'd like it to. But it ain't like we're trying to drive this thing to Florida tomorrow. With the brakes on the front at least being good, we can actually drive this thing and be able to stop, where before we had none. And I guess we confirmed we didn't need that front hard line, because all we do is put that one hose on.
You got duped on the old Facebook Marketplace.
He duped himself, because there wasn't nothing wrong with what he thought was wrong. You can't dupe a duper, a super duper. We have great news. Besides the raining stopping for now, only half the neighborhood's flooded, as we just seen, but we finally have freeze plugs. They do appear to be correct size. Let's clean these holes. To clean these, we're gonna use some good old Scott C. Block seemed to clean up really nice. Put a little of our Hucky Puck on there, a little black Permatex, whatever. Now the real question is, can I get her in there? I think I started a little crooked. I'm gonna tap that top in. Let me get where I can swing it. Seems to be going good right there. She's going. Where are we going to? About flush right there? I like that.
Yeah, just a little bit beyond flush is where I like to be. Similar to what this is, I guess.
Yeah, she's a little. Probably about a 1/16 in. We'll call that GUD, guys. Call her good.
Blocks don't crack like valves do they?
I think it depends on how big your hammer is and how motivated you are. Little Hammer Mortsky has no problems. Is that your Oklahoma name, Little Hammer?
I was just gonna say that's my native name.
Don't drive it through. It'll take them a day and a half to get us another.
It ain't in there straight, but
It's in there.
it's in.
As y'all can imagine, that one was fun to do because of where it's at. Which is why we have the specialty tool. AKA, this pry bar's probably never going to come back out of the socket, but we were able to hit on that there. It offset how we needed, and we got that one in there. Genius, I tell you. Go flex plate back on. Line up your hole. It went on a lot easier than Mortsky got it off.
What is that noise?
Compressor on the refrigerator, trying to stay alive. Now we torque them to kill. Something, Cotton Eye Joe. We're gonna have to lower this truck down, Cotton Eye Joe. Just don't jack high enough. Gotta be close.
A little bit more. Up. Okay, now I'll come in, I think.
This is a little unlevel, so if we went high for that side, we're gonna be too high on this side now.
Two or two, go down. Whoa!
Down's down. Use our adjuster knob and,
Okay, that's in.
oh, she good? What pressure he thinks I'm holding. Keep that good pressure. I'm over here scratching my chin. Sure thing, boss.
Dipstick.
You're like Bigfoot, but big hand. Little hammer, big hand. Not a good combo.
That little hammer, I get that big hand.
Went for a top one. What a champ. Keep doing good. I've got pressure.
You got this.
Ow! We're gonna zip this together real quick. What in the Arizona is that? This truck came from Arizona. Surely that's some type of cactus or something, ain't it? Mortsky keeps sitting right here. We'll just leave him a little surprise for later. She's going together nice and easy, guys. Opposite of what we just did to take her out. So we're just gonna kind of fly through it.
It's in gear.
Or shit, does that part?
Just kidding.
Fix that. Good thing Mortsky remembered the drain plugs that go in the block. You know what I say? It's nice because I did it twice. Little hammer, big shaft. Hope that's enough. I think we're done, and now that wrench is part of this truck. We did good.
We used up all the hardware, the grippity says. Never
Well-
mind those.
What about all that stuff you just threw? There she is. She's zippity-doo-dah-dayed all back together. Good work there, Mort. And good work there, Theo. Oh, you found my booby trap. I reached up to do
that.
I reached up to do a top bell housing bolt and pulled my hand back out with this sticking in my finger.
Glad it was your finger, not my butt.
Yeah, I tried to put it there. I was hoping it was going to be like a cartoon. And instead it ended up in my finger again. Ow! You were supposed to sit on it. Yahoo! Shoot across the shop. Trash can with that thing. Good morning, guys. We are running behind. Well, not running behind. Everything's flooded. My shop's flooded.
My shop flooded.
My neighborhood is flooded. You currently cannot get in or out because there's so much water going that it dropped a tree across the road once again. Yeah. Surprise! We ain't fixed the problem and it keeps on happening. Wonder why. Not just there, guys. I took merch orders this morning. Thank y'all for support there. I drove across roads that are flooded that I've never seen flood in my life. We have got so much water in the last couple days. It is insane. So now that we've got some flooding issues taken care of, let's flood this thing with some, well, I better not put coolant in it not without addressing that. Oh, surely we got a gasket.
What's she, 180?
54 millimeter, but it says USA. Right now she looks like she's a little stuck open. She's a whatever she wants. My plan as of yesterday was kind of hoping we could get this thing fired up, tear into the carburetor if we got to do that. And then I was going to try to find us a new place to go look around some old cars or something. Maybe we could do a little back roading in this rig and go check out some new sights to see. I cleaned all the rust out of this last time. On the bright side, we're not going to have a hard time finding water to put in this thing because it's everywhere. Oh, the precision. Hey, engineer, think I should grease this one so maybe I don't tear it?
I was gonna tell you, they come apart a lot better when you put a little Vaseline on them or grease.
Did you say they come a lot faster if you... Never mind. Never mind. Well, any grease do? Perfect.
Yep.
Yeah, I need to start doing that for my carburetors and stuff too. I never do. I know I should. Woo, she's slick wheelie now. One fresh lubed unit. Oh, did you get that oil dipstick in?
Dipsticked.
A little droppity ploppity. Let's check and see what she's got for oil. Oh yeah, she's still got, ooh, just a few crunchies. Oh man. I think she's got the same textured rust that the coolant has, just in the oil. It's a good sign.
Does it turn over by hand?
Oh, she runs, buddy.
You want a little pumice in your engine oil.
Oh.
A little grit, it cleans it up.
Good for bearings. Knock the burr right off there. Hey, Rolex of part numbers. What's the part number for a big block Chevy? Oil filter. I don't like big block Chevys is the proper answer.
Correct. Oh, look at that pour.
Is she good, or are we rolling out the back making a mess?
No, we're good. I think you can go higher if you want.
You don't get crazy? We're not getting too crazy. This was a trans fluid. Most of it came from the S10, which I had just serviced.
Right before it blew up?
Right before. It did not blow up.
Trans fluid also has 1,000 grit in it.
No, we're leaving the 1,000 grit in there.
It slipped once.
For a really long time.
Once. And he did not have to replace any hard parts. He said inside of it actually looked really good because I didn't keep pushing it and blow it up.
And that's why it was only $300 to rebuild a 4L60 because he didn't put any new parts in it.
Guys, we have one of the toughest GM transmissions there is. This Turbo 400 is probably going to be happy to have this fluid compared to what's been in it here lately. If it looks fresh, it's because I topped it off with dollar store stuff.
Oh, it's full. It's good. Send it.
Oh, it don't even need none. She was overfilled last time. Oh, man. I guess it's time for the dreaded coolant. We ought to just run that water hose in here from over there.
If it's good for the plant, it's good for the big block.
You know, use the same funnel where you wash some of them transmission fluid detergents down in there to help clean out this radiator that we already know had some rust flowing through it. Sure, it's not packed at all.
That's water pump impeller lubrication.
That's good because the 1,000 grit in there will help to soften them edges and increase the flow.
Well, you either washed all the stop leak out of it or you washed the mud out of it, so we'll find out.
Ain't no stop leak. Mother Nature stop leak. About 14 gallons later, finally got her towards the top. Leak check. I was like, I know that ain't coming from somewhere it should leak. I didn't even fall for it. I was like, let me.
He was like,
That's his face all the time, though.
I'm really having to zoom in with his left eye since I brake fluid it yesterday. Silly Bob Thornton. Ain't got no gas in it. Ain't got no gas in it.
you didn't get a lick of gas in it, man.
I got a good seal.
I usually just crank it down tighter.
It popped up out there.
Oh.
Now let me show you how to do this without spilling a drop. Come on.
Not a drop.
I did not spill a drop. I spilled a shit
A
ton.
lot.
Hey,
Good thing
anyone need some green tea? Get you a drink of that.
I saw those all over the interstate on the way down here, especially at the truck stops. It's a good thing we didn't do it over by the welding table.
Boy,
How many drops are you gonna spill this time?
if he did that over there, what can he do over here?
Cap comes off.
Go away, Slick. Walk back to your truck on the other side of the bridge. We're not spilling here, boys. I don't know why you got the camera on.
Okay.
You just like my sweet pose? Go lamp.
Grab them gas station pills.
The old Tiger Energy 450s.
You got one of them non-water-based batteries we can install?
Sure. Which color jump pack would you like? The blue one or the blue one?
We got blue and blue.
Currently, if you want to try to start this truck, the S10 or Dad's Toyota, you better borrow this battery. Oh man, these bass backwards too. Just playing, guys. I like to keep you on your toes. I was the one who was bass backwards. I thought that was our ground. It was not. Turns out battery goes in here just like it's supposed to. Well, get ready to crank on her. She didn't even try for us outside, so I'm just gonna check for spark immediately. Go ahead. All right. No, I did not see nothing. I had it running off that before. So Mordecai says we should convert her.
When you put HEI in one of these pickups that were factory equipped with points, there's a spade terminal on the fuse panel that says ignition that's got 12 volts at crank and 12 volts while it's running. Otherwise, you're running through a ballast resistor. So we're gonna do it the right way.
It's what we're known for. Dang, you're fast. Already ran her through?
Ah, it's skinny.
Get in there, Bigfoot. Oh, you got a nice little maintenance schedule right here. I'll be tearing up my carpet down there.
These are some really nice wire strippers. Where did you get these?
No one important sent them. Looks like she had some stuff done in 1993, guys.
You can see right there, there's a spade that says ignition on it. So we're gonna tap right into that bad boy. Never mind all these extra wires and inline fuses and wire nuts underneath
You know
here.
this thing had a CB radio at one point. It had to. It had wagon wheels and a camper. It guaranteed had a CB at some point.
The mice had to chew through the one
Yeah.
wire that we needed.
She's definitely been chewed on, which is great for corrosion and stuff. But we can't have a dirty end down here.
Go ahead and clean that up.
Let's freshen that up. Oh,
That's just as bad.
I'm a fan of the quick release on certain things.
Didn't you try to quick release something in Texas? And
I was gonna
quick
say,
release
cut
and tried to
to-
run you over?
Cut to AMC Hornet station wagon coil wire.
Yeah.
None of that got on video though.
Oh, we could reenact it.
Start the big block
Leave it
on
here.
things.
Go through the wall.
Go ahead. She's sparking.
It's sparking up by the handle. Okay, hold on a second. Now try it. Oh yeah.
So maybe that's why I couldn't get started last time. Maybe it quit sending out. It was working for a little bit, but not the whole time. Dang, I'm surprised you made it here.
I got stuck right there. There's a tree.
I know she's sparking. Let's see if we can get her bust off again. Just spray that all over. Go ahead, Slick.
I don't know what you're talking about. That Edelbrock, Quadrajet works great.
You pick up fuel already, huh? She's idling good. So last time, guys, it would not hold idle, and then it would start to idle up, then it would idle down. It's all over the place. So let her run a little bit. She may start self-adjusting, self-tuning, like that really smart EFI some of y'all just love so much. We're gonna see if Slick can get a sweater in that fan.
It was working good until he touched it.
Yeah, she wasn't quite warmed up, and Slick wanted to give her the rim of death. Now he's the choke. It is nice to be running off the fuel tank and not having a 1 gallon jug up here by your kneecap. She dropped down a little.
Yep.
We may have to go 3 deep and take her to lunch.
Okay.
You're always game for lunch.
All good burnout.
It's almost 11.
Flicks down for burgers and burnouts.
It's that 1,000 grit oil, baby.
Hey! I mean,
Yeah, dude.
for now,
Take your time.
I don't trust it as much as y'all's trusting it right now. The question is going to be what happens once you rev it about once or twice. Don't mind that kinked throttle cable.
You were complaining about this thing. I would say this is a pretty good carburetor. Yeah.
I would say you should watch the first video where it didn't run nothing like this.
It may have had something to do that it wasn't getting 12 volts to the
I had a
ignition.
hot wire, sir. Maybe it had something to do with the 12-year-old gas in the 1-gallon tank off the bumper. Or maybe, just maybe, you have way better luck with carburetors. I told everyone if you touch it, it's fine. Oh, you just waved the negative aura. Told you. Y'all's ready to go, huh? Complain about this carburetor. Thank you, truck. Thank you. My suggestion is going to be we spray around for vacuum leaks, see if we can find any. We got a fuel leak, I believe, underneath the truck. Drip drops keep falling on my head.
The bushings and the throttle shafts, yeah, the bushings are just cooked in this carburetor.
You can hear it changing now that you're wiggling on it.
Well, look at it from the front side.
As we sprayed around, not a huge change. It ain't like it just pegged, but I don't know if y'all could see Morski wiggling on that. Those bushings.
They have left the chat.
That's why she has the variable idle self-adjusting feature.
Well, that could be why it wasn't running real well on the first time you tried it too.
You think that
Don't worry, we
stuff...
got a carb kit, that'll fix it right up.
Trans fluid was a little low. But guys, we're lucky back here we didn't have a backfire through the old riveted muffler, because that's a lot of fuel. Well, they're up on the left. We're finding all good.
All good.
All kinds of good surprises, like the return is the heavy leak, but
No, we found a good thing. The fuel filter isn't completely plugged with tarnish.
the fuel filter's working. We're now leaking from our fender well. It has seemed to have developed a leak, aka our heater core's probably leaking. Could be heater hose up there. And there's some drops coming from the front, and that's coming from the lower radiator hose. We can see where it's been coming over the top. Hopefully that's just a loose clamp, but who knows? Look underneath here for our heater core leak. We can't see nothing. Hop to the inside, and yep, sure enough, up underneath that insulation, she's wet. We'll loop our heater hoses for now, just bypass them. On the return, we just put a fresh new chunk of hose in there, no big deal.
Hey, stop pulling so hard. You're making all the water leak out. We'll slide it on there. We can put the clamp on later.
Yeah. Just get the clamp, I'm fine. She's got the double finger plugger.
Just hook it up.
It's done.
Oh, I can see it. It's right there on top of the...
There's a brand new one.
See it?
Yeah.
There's a brand new one by the thermostats over there.
Come on, little hands. That's his name.
1 inch short. He's Little Hammer. Slick's no reach.
At least it's not wet down there.
I just let go.
He was due for a shower anyway.
We're kind of working efficiently here.
Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, go. Spit on it.
Oh, crack out the radiator.
Oh. Oh.
That tank's flexing.
I see that.
Finger plug slick.
Not our truck. It's gonna be us standing in the rain
Later.
on the side of the road.
When it's overheating.
I mean, this ain't even leaking. Should we
So-
just get a new piece of hose?
No. Go grab a hammer. Take that. Take that. Okay. Take that hose.
I just want to know how a hammer's gonna fix
Yeah, I
it.
was confused on his hand.
I just gotta see how this hammer fixes the weak radiator. I absolutely do not get new heater hose out of that room right there. Oh gosh. The poor Mortsky suite.
Ready?
Here,
Here, put the...
can I lube it? Make me feel better, as much as I trust your whooping it with a hammer technique.
Yep.
Well, you talk about Zach being a used truck salesman, but what kind of trick was that?
No lie, my grandpa showed it to me. That's how you get a 5/8 hose to go on a 3/4 nipple. Probably messing with the ignition, and it was the carburetor the whole time.
I guess if Mortsky ever tells you to get a hammer, trust him. All right, Slick, let's see if we can get her running.
I'll fix that carburetor with a hammer too.
It may work. Swell them. Did it start self-adjusting again?
No, I turned the timing just a bit.
Ready?
Yep.
How'd turning the timing treat you?
It didn't make the starter sound any better. It didn't fix the screech, but it fixed the kickback.
Yeah. Go left.
Left biker. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, brake lights.
Light?
Yes.
That's legal enough.
Let's see the headlights.
Yeah. Oh. One park light.
One park light.
Oh yeah, highs and lows.
Yeah, it works.
Windshield wipers. Oh yeah. That'll be real good if it comes heavy down forward.
Those things turn at 4 RPM.
No temp gauge though?
Not yet. I'll keep a closer eye on her. Oil pressure's up. Knowing she's had overheating issues, it'd make me feel a lot better if we had a temp gauge. Woo! I did think Mortsky taking a little timing out of it helped. Y'all know last time it didn't want to stay running. I knew it was something with the carburetor. I was prepared to rebuild that sucker today, but having the worn out throttle shaft bushings, guys, you're kind of pissing in the wind there. One of the reasons I could tell it was hard to tune out was a vacuum leak, and that ain't a vacuum leak we're gonna be able to fix. Not without having a different one we could then rebuild and put on it. I'm actually surprised those lights and everything want to work. I think we're to the point where we could at least try to take her up and down the driveway here with brakes this time, and maybe it'll even stay running. Oh wow, look who wants to hang out on my camper. Here we go, baby. First one of the season. He ain't even gonna fly around or try to defend himself. It ain't no fun. Zips up against me.
Stings you in the nose.
Oh heck yeah, that's our first load we're gonna haul. Woo, that's close, ain't it? She's warming up, she ain't hot. Woo, moving.
You better show him how it's done.
I know. You hear that fan?
Ooh.
You better show him how it's done.
I know. You hear that fan?
Ooh. The smoke made it in here with me.
When you pulled in, I seen it coming out of the door crack.
I know you're thinking, go easy on the old girl. Well, we're trying to see if the engine's gonna handle a load without spitting and sputtering and dying on us. And also, I knew that would expedite the warming up process so we could see if the gauge works. And apparently the gauge works. That's a good thing, guys. We've got a temp gauge. Maybe the wipers are more efficient when there's rain on there. Oh yeah, that definitely bumped up to 5 RPMs.
Check tip of the day, make sure your dipstick's installed on your tranny and you don't leave the funnel in there and spray ATF all over when you come in.
All I can say is good help's hard to find. Who'd just leave a dipstick laying on a fender well? A dipstick would.
14, is that good?
That's real good. That means that when we're on the side of the road, it probably ain't gonna be from a dead battery.
What's making the
car on the side of it.
What's making the clacking noise? Is that exhaust?
I think it's the alternator now that it's working.
Is that the?
I was hoping you wouldn't hear that.
Is that the 1,000 grit oil kicking in?
So, boy, I would like to know what that clicking is. Another interesting kind of find on this pickup, you'll see this harness. This is what they had plugged into the 2 factory wires that would go to your alternator. And then it ran over to this regulator as Mort's gave that's factory.
It's definitely not factory with its flathead screws holding it in place.
And then these 2, your white and blue wire, came over and was plugged onto here. So they had added this, but all I did was put everything back in a factory orientation, and it likes that and it charges. That's weird. It's not weird. It's apparently what it needed. And now we're charging. Y'all thought those windshield wipers were getting buck nasty off 12 volts? Wait till they get 14. We may hit 7 RPMs.
The more she's ran, the more she's developed a tick.
When I stood over here, it sounded over there. And when I stood over here, it sounded vice versa.
It's way louder over here. That's
Is
why
it?
I went over there. Yeah.
Now we're getting ready to pull this valve cover, and Theo's excited about it. May take a nap now. Where'd you find the water at, huh? Everywhere. Pull our bolts, PCV valve, move a couple things. Let's see. Oh, should pop right off there. Don't mean she'll come right out of there though. Woo. Low mileage unit. Well, she got a little oil up there.
There's some valve stem seals there. Umbrella seals.
Yep. Yeah, that seal don't matter. None of them just look plumb loosey-goosey or nothing.
Yeah, but see how oily that one is and that one is? See how that one's dry?
Number 1's dry too, ain't it? Or this one up here? Or has
Well,
it got
not
some-
as dry as that one. If I were a betting man, I would say
That one's
the
bone
culprit.
dry back there. So what is that? Intake for number 5? She don't have no load on her. We're just gonna pull that off and pull that push rod up out of there. Oil's made it to the bottom side. I was hoping that was gonna be plumb clogged up. It's not. That ain't how you test them?
I usually look through them at the light to see if you can see through it. But you like putting dirty rods in your mouth, so have at it.
So we're being optimistic that once this one gets a little better oil flow, if it does oil flow, the chatter's gonna go away. So we got some of the Marvel mystery oil, which is good stuff. She's a little low on oil anyhow, so we'll just top this off. And I'm gonna dump us a little bit on top of everything. And then we'll set a rocker on. And we're gonna lube it up as well. If the oil's the problem, when we start it up, it shouldn't chatter, right? Right. Run her back down here a little. Give her the classic shake test. Sound close enough to me. Maybe that one's too loose.
I've heard of a lot of ways to adjust rockers, but by sound is not one of them.
The amount of sound indicates the amount of play.
I mean, clearly, it makes sense if you don't think about it.
I know it looked like we were playing on that, but we both agree that I'm pretty dang close on where it should be. She is a little low, like I said, so we'll just fill her up with pouring a little of this on all of this, especially all over that exhaust manifold. That'll help her smoke real good. Our valve cover gasket is runnable. I don't think there's no need to replace that. We will, however, wipe out all that condensation and oil mix that's just hanging out at the top there. Another discovery, as I'd pull this out of here, I bumped that and notice how easy that moves. So that's certainly not an additional vacuum leak, I'm sure of it. My hope here is we fix enough of the tiny vacuum leaks and then the big ones coming through the throttle shaft really ain't gonna matter no more.
Is it full?
No, she needs more.
How many more glugs is it gonna take?
Let's count. 1 glug, 2 glug, 3 glug, 4 glug. Quite a few glugs. Did you see that professional technique to not spill it for the 3rd time?
A little's good, a lot is better.
That's the spirit. That's what I like to hear.
Marvel Mystery Spirits it is.
Whoa. That did not fix our mystery tick. That may be because it's a developing mystery knock. Think it come down here?
I don't even hear it anymore.
She's quietening down.
Fixed it.
There we go. Let her sit there and run a couple minutes and warm up. Revving on it, guys. It's returning to a more consistent idle, I would say. Yes, I just squeaked when I said idle because I was so excited. I think tightening that line on the back was a good find too for the carburetor. I don't think it's full in the clear yet, but definitely seems better. Oh, are you adjusting the idle by picking up on it? That tick definitely got quieter.
Yeah, it's definitely not working. Definitely not.
You know, use the rest of that used ATF.
I thought you were gonna offer up some Marvel for the power steering pump. That'll fix the leak where it all went.
There it is. There's the power steering. Oh, she's about empty.
Yeah, it took a lot of ATF to get to where we're at.
ATF can be power steering, but power steering can't be ATF. So far, leak check's good for power steering. We'll finish topping that off.
Take 2.
Boy, we made it real far. Decided we may want to check front tire pressure. It's always good when the truck kills itself.
It's only low on the bottom.
Sitting way down in here. Neither one of us seem to be a fan of the lowrider seat that came with this thing.
Tech tip of the day, leave your seat tracks on your bench seats.
Yeah, it's feeling like we may be doing good to get her out the neighborhood. She's wanting to die on us. Come on, baby, spool that turbo up.
The walk of shame is forthcoming, I feel.
She was doing so good in the shop. That's why I did the burnout, was to see if she could handle any load. Yeah.
On the plus side, it seems like the transmission's shifting.
Yeah. We could use any plus we could get right now. Oh, is she gonna handle it now? Nope. Just don't give it gas and it's fine. Now it's even cutting out, just revving it. Surely it's not them old plugs or plug wires or ignition system that we ain't touched yet. I feel like she's running as smooth as she was.
Broke them loose on gravel.
Come see us at puddins.fab.shop. We'll get you tuned up in a jiffy. All right, we're gonna get her back in the shop about 20 minutes from now. Everyone's just like, oh, that's pudding. Reminds me of just how P-Paul used to drive it. Sit down, kids, I'll have you to a donut shop in a minute. I was very excited for this test drive. Not going as planned. Well, she was loyal enough to get us back to the house. What's wrong, old girl? Why are you mad at us? We're gonna investigate ignition a little bit. I just checked the obvious stuff like a loose plug wire, anything. With no luck. Oh, she's high performance. She's red.
Centrifugal advance should be functioning. It ain't froze up.
I mean, that don't look the greatest, guys. A lot of nasty corrosion going on in there, or build up. I want to say corrosion. Either way, she ain't the prettiest thing I've ever seen. She'll rebuild brakes, she'll rebuild ignition.
Yeah, let's use that one.
Woo! All right. Well, she came with multiple distributors to choose from.
Even looks like the Vacuum Advance is new on that one.
You don't want to use that one? I think they found that one at the bottom of a river.
To repair the big block, you must become one with the big block.
Let me down, you have.
And then put that one next to it.
No!
I knew this was a test.
I was gonna make sure you were watching. I was like, let me cut that camera on and be like, see, you weren't paying attention. Well, we like this tune-up because it was free. That came with the truck. I'll sit right here, go start it. Well, there's an old one. Not the worst thing ever. Certainly seen better though, like that one we just put on there. Pulled a plug for a quick read and don't see anything that's scaring me. I think I'd cleaned these up last time I was in there. I remember that Crayola crown tip electrode. I don't mean they all look that good, but this one don't look bad one bit. I don't think we fixed it.
I don't think anybody fixed it.
The best part is our key quit working too.
No, it still works.
Oh, well that works, but it won't start it.
Yeah, we don't have crank.
What we're saying is stuff's continually getting worse. Old Poppin' Johnny thought he just blew the cobwebs out of her. Like a rock. The new 73 Chevrolet. Good looking truck from here. Oh yeah, that's good. Just linger in the mud.
Sorry about your landscaping.
That way we get her nice and dirty as we work on her. I'm gonna tune her in with the timing light. Just make sure we ain't far off. She had way too much. She ain't spitting and sputtering and popping now. She just started breaking the tires loose. Oh, now whatever's changing is changing again. Because there she goes. I'm still not trusting that carburetor, guys. If it's ignition, I don't see how it comes and goes. She starts doing all right. Pop, 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 pop. That's what we lost right there. Y'all didn't think me and Convict came this far to just give up, did you? Guys, this thing is reminding me of how little Datsuns act with that factory carburetor. Y'all know I hate so much on them. You can almost get it tuned out and then you try to drive it and spit and sputter and pa-pow, pa-pow. It's pretty much what's going on here. We pulled that one off. It looked to me like we may have been vacuum leaking out the back, but then looking at the old gasket, I'm not convinced. Either way, I have part of a rebuild kit for one of these, so luckily we got a new base gasket, and I can still return that other. And we may have a parts truck out in the salvage yard that we just tried doing a one-for-one swap and see if we can alleviate our problems.
Suppose this one's any better?
We were just bragging how unmolested it is underneath the hood of this one. And here we come. Bad news. His, being for a 350 turbo, has a different kick down arm setup thingy. It won't fit our intake. Good news. From Slick's Fire Turd, I had a larger quadrant jet, and it will fit on here. Bad news. From what I remember, that thing wouldn't run worth a damn on the Fire Turd, so I don't know why it's gonna run any better here. But we're gonna try. Good news. Never mind. Those shaft bushings are a little better. She's trying to idle. Once again, seems to be running good. I have a feeling when a load gets on that, it ain't gonna keep running good.
Try her again. Let me do the elbow drop on the old hood. Got it. Ah, it was better until it wasn't. I think we put that other carburetor back on.
She's almost looking like dark smoke, like maybe that thing's, and then a couple times when it died, we had to take her full throttle to get her, like she's flooding out. Maybe the float ain't floating, or needle ain't needling in the seat that ain't seating.
Overfueling, you're saying?
Sure. We gotta get all technical. We pulled the back to the other one option, and we're also gonna give that a little swap-rooey.
And by other one option, he means we're putting the old carburetor back on.
Correct terminology. Obviously, they were having some type of issue, they believed, with this many distributors coming with it. So we're gonna install this base, which was the one that we got our parts from a minute ago. The gear may need cleaned up a little bit. Hey, have you ever met anyone who wire wheels more than me?
There has to be somebody.
Mojo, he's a rebuilder.
He does love a good wire wheel. He's got the little short 12-volt Milwaukee one.
That no good, dirty SOB. Trying to one
I
up
think he
me.
probably watches. No, never mind. He can't watch your channel on his rotary phone.
You ought to get him to do a sexy slow-mo of a wire wheel. So we're paying attention on our distributor and got a rotor. I mean, literally dead nuts in line with the dipstick for reference. We'll get the other dipstick up in here and he's gonna start cranking.
Crank. I'm like,
Ah, that's hot. Are you surprised I had a proper tool for that?
I don't remember buying you one.
Thanks to all you subscribers for the support over the years. We got a specialty tool that came from Mortsky or y'all. Look at all the rat poop underneath there. Turd blast, go. You're quite the gene-ass to flip that there to cover that up.
You got that other one all cleaned up, ready to go?
Yep.
Liar. Oh.
It's cleaned up. Oh, what way was the... I guess that don't matter.
Need a hammer?
Yeah, give me a hammer.
Pointing at the dipstick, Jimmy?
Not quite. Or a tooth off.
It's gonna be good enough.
Could y'all hear the difference that time of it revving? Huh? I think we fixed her.
Did we?
Oh yeah.
It sounded that good the whole time.
So, I don't know how much it's gonna pick up on the camera, but this thing sounds like it's just running so much better now. And I could lie to you and tell you we swapped that distributor and it's probably something with that goofy ignition module and that's what fixed it and now blah blah blah. Or I could tell you the truth. When I put the cap on there and tightened everything down and crawled out of here, as Mortsky, I said, you think we ought to check that firing order just to make sure one ain't off? And at some point, I don't think it happened today because it was already doing that popping stuff today before we got into that cap. Number 5 and number 7, which are right next to each other, they were swip swapped. If that was not swip swapped, I guarantee you this thing would have been going good the whole time. It's weird how it would go from running so smooth to then the spitting and sputtering. But now that we hear it running really happy, it's never sounded that good, guys. So it's kind of weird. If you have something's firing order correct, it seems to run better. Yes, I just told on myself. Yes, that was a dumb mistake. But yes, it's probably happened to someone who's watching this video too. And we could have easily edited that out. But it is what it is, guys. Everyone's head ends up their butt at some point or something stupid like that gets missed. He's like, ain't nothing near my butt.
Not again.
Yeah, not since I've been to prison. Our neutral safety switch had come unplugged. Mortsky plugged it back in, but it decided it don't like to work now. So we just put a jumper wire on it. Hey, our fuel gauge is working.
It's not pegged way past full?
No, because I swapped this earlier. And that's the tank. So now we know how much fuel we got. Dang, she's fancy. I'm gonna just do a little lap here real quick. It's so weird, it ain't spitting and sputtering. Like it's running happy on all 8. Y'all thought it could spin the tires earlier.
You about to do something stupid? not gonna run me over.
Where are you? No spitting or sputtering.
No, and it spins way faster now.
And earlier it wasn't spitting and sputtering, but this thing's just obviously so much smoother, guys.
Immediately lights up. Coming out of the tail lights, the stake pockets.
I think we're gonna have to go get fuel so we can do a victory drive. Well, we've got an 1/8 of a tank, so what's that good for? 6 miles?
You ever driven a square body? Once you hit an 1/8 of a tank, you better be coasting to the gas pumps.
Since I said that, I've dropped to a 6 tank. You think that ticking's gonna go away now that ain't detonating and it's running properly?
What ticking?
Exactly. Oh, this thing just officially become a peepaw truck with the Marvel mystery oil. You gotta keep the empty behind the seat. I ain't ever seen a truck that just needs some fishing poles in the back of it so bad as this one here.
Where's the straw hats at?
They don't match my goggles. Allegedly 5 gallons took us from an 1/8 of a tank up to about 7/8 of a tank.
It runs like a new truck.
It is a new truck.
Just need a muffler.
Woo! So weird to do that and it not backfire.
We're gonna need some new tires.
Well, so far she's doing significantly better than earlier. I just floored it. That was impressive.
Is it bad when you have to announce that you just floored it and the seat isn't even bolted down?
That I announced it 3 seconds after I did it and there was no change. All right, electronic kickdown is not working. Is our manual kickdown working? Barely. Now she shifted. Temp looks good so far. Oil pressure's up there. That fuel gauge may have just been our the way we were sitting because she's down to about 5/8 of a tank now.
Well, you have floored it 3 times now.
Speedo kind of does the bouncy, but she's working. Guys, there's a lot more stuff that works on this truck than I was expecting it to. Let's see if the wipers. I told y'all by that 14 volts they were gonna come alive. Look at that, even they're speeding up.
Got the dang old factory Chevrolet floor mat.
Look at, oh, we call him.
He's doing it, he's doing it.
Truck coming. That's old 2-4s. He gets in fights with the neighbors for doing too many burnouts. I was about to get really on it till that truck started coming.
Hey, look at the straight axles underneath that thing.
Well, piece of that's cracked, right? That's cracked, that's cracked, that's cracked.
Don't be talking about our cracked manifolds.
Yeah,
I didn't come over here to get critiqued.
well, here's the deal, man. You get some heat on it, it opens up. They were closed when you left the house. That's how that works.
Hey, if y'all want to know whatever happened to that Samurai I had, I stored it here at his place. You ought to check it out. Old Dylan's always dragging in the good stuff. We need to come steal this from him just to get it on the road for him and then bring it back to him. He had her about running driving and then rear end locked up, and now she's been sitting for another 5 years.
You know why that rear end locked up?
Not because of those. The lack of gear lube in the rear end is why it's locked up.
Hey, turns out if you put oil in it, they probably last a little bit.
So on the second channel, I bought a Suzuki Samurai back in the day, and I brought it here, and it was supposed to be the stuff we're gonna swap into the half haul, and obviously it never happened. And people's like, what happened to it? Dylan is in the process of building it because he had that one, the body was beat up on. He needed the transfer case from this one, so I just give it to him since he had been storing it here for me. And she's got a fresh motor, and last time I was here the tires weren't flat, you know, but progress is progress. Now
Is
you
that
know
why we call them 2-4s?
yeah, no obvious reason. And another reason we call them 2-4s. Don't mind me, nothing to see here.
That's the coolest center console I've ever seen. Cup holders.
Yeah, get you a roadie. Even if we break down on the way home, this was a successful trip.
I don't want to carry this back though.
It don't weigh nothing. Pick it up.
Oh, it ain't bad. It'll rock. The TR1X.
Oh, Bill tell us all about that.
The TR2 suck. Them Torker 2s are terrible.
Yeah, that ain't what he told that gentleman.
That thing's a piece of...
Woo! Got so much torque, she's pulling me to the right. Try to keep her between the lines, baby. That's the beautiful thing about back roads. There aren't no lines. Your side. We noticed a couple things. One is the alignment of the steering wheel's pretty near perfect. And when we had the hood pop there, Mortsky noticed there's some brake fluid running out the back of the master cylinder because it's now going down the booster.
Just what you want to see.
Well, she made it back, guys. No issues. Temp's still looking good. We could go drive her a little more, except I'm on daddy duty now at this point. Mama's got her small group tonight, so I'm in charge of hot rod. All right, guys, well, it's the next morning. We wasn't sure where it was gonna go, but for now we're gonna stop right here. Be sure to check out Mortsky Repair on his YouTube channel. We've been messing with OBS Chevrolets. I got a lot of BS, that's what it is, ABS. Ain't that upset bowel syndrome or something? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe you've seen that it's okay to be human and make a mistake and crisscross plug wires and have yourself chasing your own tail. Either way, we got some good work done on her. Puddins.fab.shop for that good quality merchandise. We appreciate all the support there. I'm on the Instagrammer, the Patreon, the Facebooker, all that good stuff. And much other than that, do not forget, sitting on your ass will not finish your project. You decided you'd rather have a carburetor there instead of that pack full of dirt daubers by the end of the summer, or what?
I think I'd rather have this than an engine full of water because it's rained 11 inches since I've been here. You want to hold that thing like a machine gun and have Chris make machine gun noises?
Yes. You've never had such a good idea. Let me get my army helmet.
Chris, you have the best job in the world. What do you want me to do?